So this one is a curling iron, and I have it actually turned on over here. First of all, let's just admire how pretty this one is. It is a pink iron, so it's on. Like I said, it's a little bit hot. I'm not going to touch this part of it, of course, but it's really nice because you plug it in, and then it has the power button right here, and you can actually set it to which heat level you want it on. Right now, I have it on 300, but you have the option to do 250 or 350. I have, I would say, like medium thick hair. It's not super thick. It's not thin by any means. So I typically will go with a middle heat, whatever is on the curling iron I'm using. I typically will choose the middle option because I don't want to do anything too intense for my hair, but I also want to make sure that my curl lasts. So what I really like about this curling iron specifically is that it heats from the inside out. So it's helping protect your hair because the heat is not directly on or coming from the outside. It's sort of like making its way out. So it's a little bit less intense on the outside of this barrel. So I'm going to show you guys how I use it. And if you came over here from Instagram, you actually know that I asked you what sort of hairstyle you would want to see me do. So we're going to do a little bit of a curl. So back to sort of the theme that I'm doing. When I have day 2 hair, I will oftentimes put a curl in it because it helps it look fresh, all redone. So you guys can see my hair is curled, and that is because I curled it actually this morning because obviously I said I had day 2 hair. I went to the gym, showered, and didn't wash my hair after. And so it has like a little bit of oil and sweat in it. So I just sort of went over my curls again and curled them all over again. And that really helps give your day 2 hair like a second life. So I'm going to show you guys how I do mine. And I'm just going to take a few pieces. So I'll tell you guys about this brush as well in a minute, but I'm going to hold for a second. So typically what I will do is actually clip the top layer of my hair up when I'm first curling my hair. So I'll do the bottom layer and then I'll do the top layer. However, because this is day 2 hair, I don't really care quite as much about how nicely it turns out. So you guys can see I clipped up, I'll pull down and then start twisting away from my face. If you joined last week's live stream, you actually saw the whole hair routine. So I did my whole head while I was talking to you all. I'm not going to do that in this one just because I already showed you all that, but I wanted to show you a few curls so you guys can see there. It's nice and curly. Do another piece of hair to show you. So I'm taking probably 2 inches worth of hair, clipping it, and then pulling it down to the end. I leave typically 2 to 3 inches of my hair out at the end because I think it looks much more natural when you have curls, because if you had actual curly or wavy hair, the ends would not be all ringlety. So I like to make it look as natural as possible and just avoid that area in general. So you guys can see here when I bring my curl down, I just drop it straight down. I'm not like putting it to the side. I'm not doing anything crazy with it. I'm just leaving it in its little ringlet and dropping it to the side. So let me just do one more. And this one I'm going to rotate the direction and actually turn it towards my face because it's not around this area. I like to turn or put these curls backwards because it helps open up your face. However, then I also like to add some rotations or some different facing curls because I also think that helps make it look the most natural. So this is the last curl I'm going to do. So next I'm going to take a brush, and again I'll talk to you guys about this brush in a second, but I'm just going to brush through the curls. And the reason I do this is not because I want to ruin the curls, but because I want to make them look more natural. And when they're a little bit more brushed through, when they don't have the ringlets in them, they look super natural. Wow. Okay, so you guys can already see this side of my hair is much bouncier than this side. Like this side is very not bouncy. This side is like very fluffy, very bouncy. And so that worked really well. I'm going to also curl my bang just because this bang is a little boring over here. We want to give her some more life. So when I do my bangs, I'll just turn it away from my face. These I like to hold the heat a lot less time because it's such small hair, and if I'm putting heat on it every day, I don't want my bangs to all of a sudden fall off or become damaged. So that's sort of how I do the bang, is I just curl it away from my face and then sort of let it hang out. There we go. All right, so this is this side of the hair. As I mentioned, it's really nice because it is designed to help minimize the damage on your hair in general by having the barrel heat from the inside out, so it's not as intense on your hair. And then, of course, you do have the settings if you want to do it a little less hot, or if you have thicker, coarse hair, you can put it up to make it a little bit more intense. So that is this one. Give me 1 second because I just need to plug in another tool that I want to show you guys, but it'll take like probably 6 seconds if you want to count. Okay, that was probably longer than 6 seconds, so if you counted, don't tell me. Alrighty.